Carmen, that's loud.
And I'm not sick. And I always, or...
Yeah, you're not sick, huh?
Yeah, well...
Good thing.
I better. Can I drink some water?
Not for my cup. Go get your own cup.
Okay.
Just in case.
I'll be right back.
So, since Hida was sick yesterday, knock on wood, nobody else has gotten sick, so I think it was an isolated incident. But I still called off therapy for a couple of days, just to be on the safe side and not spread anything.
Last night.
Yeah, last night, I know. But when I do that, now I'm home alone with the kids. This is day one. Matt's not home, no therapists are here. Eva's showing off her red beans and rice. It's been a challenging day. It typically is when I'm home alone with 3 children, but with autism, it's a little harder because they need a little more attention than most children. And actually, of all 3, Carmelo needs the most attention. Hi. On paper, Carmelo looks like he's less severe in his symptoms with autism because at the time when we had the evaluations, he was just starting to express some autism traits and problem behaviors. Whereas Hida was extremely severe in the beginning and then has gotten better progressively over the years. Carmelo is the opposite. He has developed a lot more problem behaviors over the years, and it gets worse rather than better a lot of times. So Carmelo really is the one who needs constant one-on-one attention. I know that I can leave Hida in a room, and if he has a tablet or he's playing with toys, he'll be fine for a good 10 minutes before I have to check on him again. Carmelo, I can go and check on him in a room and walk out and walk back in 60 seconds later, and he has stripped and torn up a book or something. It's just constant with him anymore. And especially when he doesn't have therapy or anything, he tends to be a little more bored, I guess, and a little more destructive. So Carmelo has been the one, not only does he need attention, even though he wants to be alone and isolated, he needs that constant one-on-one supervision, and he's been my destructive one. He's broken blinds. He keeps breaking my drapes on the back doors. So if you see them hanging kind of weird, it's because he ripped the lines off again, so I keep re-sewing them on. He has broken 2 dressers in the house. He bites everything. He rips anything that is foam. He bites his favorite toys. He had an airplane that I just threw away. And that's him. Because Eva was chewing, he just screamed like that. I locked all the doors in the house also, including the bathroom door right now. Just to keep him out in the living room so I could see him and where he's at right now while I'm trying to film this. Because today also, he flooded the bathroom. He plugged up the sink and took all of our hand soap and dispensed it into the sink and with the water running. I couldn't hear it because I was trying to cook and do dishes in the kitchen. And so I went to go check on him, and he's covered in bubbles, and so is the entire bathroom. It's things like that. If he gets a hold of our hand sanitizer, he tries to empty the entire bottle. If he gets a hold of a spray bottle of any kind, he'll dispense it all. He's the only one who's ever really played in the litter box. He would take out clumps from the litter box for the longest time, and I still have to make sure that he doesn't go and do that. He's the one who still, if he has poop in his diaper, he won't tell us, and he will, if it's in there long enough, possibly touch it or spread it. He's still the one who puts everything in his mouth, so everything is a choking hazard still. He's 6 going on 7, and I really shouldn't have to worry about him, choking on toys, but I do. Everything small is still put up, mostly because of him. Eva has very small toys because I guess girl toys are a lot smaller for some reason. They have a lot smaller parts, and so half her toys I have to put up or put in a special place where they're all together, because if Carmelo gets a hold of it, he just puts it in his mouth, and I'm afraid he's gonna choke. He's torn apart Eva's toys, because a lot of her toys are squishy. If he goes into a closet, he now will pull down all the clothes that he can until the hangers break. So we've had piles of hangers broken in the house recently. He's in the fridge again.
It comes out screams so loud and he's not listening.
Yeah, he will get adamant to the point of wanting water in an open cup, but then he takes that cup and he pours it on the ground or pours it on something like his tablet. Even though he loves his tablet, he'll still pour water on it. Now that he has learned how to climb onto the kitchen counters just in the last week or so, he's getting up into our higher cabinets and grabbing things and moving things. What did you get, Carmelo?
Did you guys?
He just got himself an ice cream sandwich because apparently he's tall enough now to reach into the door of the freezer.
Is it funny?
Yeah.
You gonna rub?
He knows when I'm stressed. But yeah, that's like daily things that can, almost all of that can happen in one day with Carmelo. He's just all over the place. He's always bored. He's always into things. Even his favorite toys, like I was saying earlier, he will break. Like, for some reason, like he's playing with it just fine, and then the next minute you look and he's broken like 2 or 3 pieces of a toy. Books, he loves books, but a lot of books I can't let him have on his own. If I let him have books, he has to be where I can see him at all times, because he'll love the book, but then all of a sudden he'll just rip pages out of it, like without warning, if you're not looking at him. So a lot of
it's stuck.
So a lot of the paperback books I had on a higher shelf for a long time so that he couldn't reach them without us. Any books with flaps I have to put up out of his reach, and he can only have those if we're reading them with him. Hi.
Hey, close your eyes, you gonna rub?
You're gonna rub my shoulder, thank you. It's been a stressful day. It's so different from Hiddo, because yes, Hiddo had a lot of extreme behaviors. Hiddo did have a lot of extreme behaviors in the beginning, but it's all where it came to a head.
Let's go.
It came to a head with Hiddo, and like something would happen. Like yes, he did break a window, but then his meltdowns became.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Come on, baby, stop.
Ow!
It's okay. It's okay. You're okay. That he does. Like, he dictates that people can't sing. What can be on the TV? My baby. It's okay.
Wait, reach on my
Right
shoulder,
here, Carmelo.
right there. Just like this. Thanks on my parents and my neck and shoulder.
But yeah, so Hiddo did break a window, but then his meltdowns became less extreme, and he was very cautious not to break anything when he was in a meltdown. Carmelo, however, had just gotten progressively worse. He'll try to break things. He tries to hit people, adults. He'll go after people now. Also with Hiddo, it was a lot easier to get him to stop the poo smearing. Yes, Hiddo was a poo smearer also, but at a younger age. And once he put his feces on his favorite train and he saw that I just threw away the train instead of trying to clean it, he did not do it again after that. Carmelo does not learn. Carmelo, we've thrown things away in front of him if he put poop on it, and he just will do it again. He's also extreme in, like, this doesn't have anything to do with, you know, having to be supervised, but he's a little harder to deal with because also he doesn't express all of his needs like Hiddo. He's extremely selective with his clothing now. Like, that got progressively worse. He used to like to wear a lot of different clothes, and we could put whatever shoes we wanted on him. Now he's been in the same pair of shoes for over 1.5 years, and he will not change them even though they're too small for him. He's extremely selective in what socks he likes. He now is down to about 3 outfits that he'll wear, really, at any given time. He'll only wear a certain outfit if he has underwear on. So he's in his swim outfit still. If you saw back when we were doing the potty training videos in the beginning, if he had underwear on, he would only wear his swim outfit, no matter what the temperature was outside, if we were going and doing anything, and it's still the same. If he has underwear on, that's the only clothes that we can put him in. So right now we are working in therapy to get him to wear a pair of pants while he has the underwear on, but it's starting to get a little easier to get them on, but I don't think he's really worn them longer than 30 minutes. He dictates who can talk when. He's just a little more to handle. Like, he tells us what we can and can't read at night for books. I was home today and trying to supervise all 3 children by myself. It just kind of was in my mind that, yes, Carmelo needs the most supervision. He just can't be left alone, so yeah. I know I've said before that there's a possibility that I could try to get a waiver, which would allow me to get respite care and help in the home, and it's getting to the point where I think I'm gonna have to go after that and try to get that for him, because but then it's trying to find a reliable worker who would come in when scheduled, when I need them. But yeah. So anyway, Carmen, don't break that cup, baby. That's it for today.
Thanks for watching. Don't click subscribe to the channel. Subscribe, bye. And remember you just subscribe, bye.
Bye.
Go to the subscribe button.